You're listening to the Roommate Casting Couch.
Bye.
I'm Chase Jennewine.
I'm Josh Parrish.
And,
monkeys in the zoo are being mistreated. We should go and help them.
I mean, I don't really think we can say that live.
Bye.
Alright, you're listening to Roommate Coughing Couch.
That's what.
What a great way to start off episode 3.
That's what I was trying to warn you about. I was doing the hand motion and you weren't picking it up.
Well, alright, welcome to Roommate Casting Couch, episode 3.
Yes.
Roommate Coughing Casting Couch,
Yes.
episode 3. I'm Chase Jennewine.
Jennewine.
Chase Jennewine.
Yeah, and I'm Josh Parrish. I'm Josh Parrish. Ooh,
And,
that sounded rough.
And welcome to episode 3 of Roommate Casting Couch. We got a couple of things in store to talk with you guys about today. A couple things that I was looking up. I don't know if you have anything on your docket.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Just kind of here to talk to the old Chasey Poo.
Okay. First thing that I wanted to bring up was 2 days ago in the UK at Knowsley Safari Park in the UK. There were reports of baboons carrying knives and a chainsaw inside of the safari park.
What do you think their agenda was?
I don't know. I hope that they were had a motive. According to the article, these baboons have been known to steal tools out of the maintenance workers' toolboxes in the past. And I guess the baboons started talking to each other and they're like, yo, this guy's got some fucking sick shit in there.
Does that mean we're in trouble? Sounds like we're in trouble.
I don't know. I'll try to put this image up on the screen for the people watching on YouTube, but there's literally just baboons covering this car that are just armed baboons.
See, that's what happens when you feed the baboons.
The baboons.
The baboons.
The
baboons.
So, according to reports, it's also been an issue of park goers giving these baboons weapons. Which I think...
Why are people giving monkeys weapons?
I think that's badass.
Okay, it's cool that the monkeys would take the weapons. If I was a monkey, I'd take the weapon too. I'm not saying it's anything on the monkeys. It's just, why do we have people in society thinking it's a good idea to give this monkey a weapon?
I can't tell you, but I'm kind of okay with it. I am just more amused by the fact that there's people going to the safari park saying we should give these monkeys weapons. I want to talk to the person that first gave one of these baboons a weapon. What the fuck were you thinking? Because I feel like this person was secretly onto something.
Is it cruel? What if that monkey used it as to murder another monkey in its monkey society, and then you had a weapon to murder, bro? You supplied the fucking the dealio.
I don't know. One vehicle has been damaged. Another report said that they saw a baboon just lugging a chainsaw through the zoo. It wasn't even... I'm assuming this is one of those safari parks that's you can drive through it. The animals aren't really in
Got
cages.
into the old maintenance shed.
Got into the maintenance shed. Had knives and screwdrivers.
Yeah.
And
these are savage animals.
It's still under question whether or not these baboons are being given these weapons on purpose. So this place is in effort to be COVID secure. They're asking everybody to stay in the car. But if you drive through the baboon jungle in according to the safari place, if you drive through the baboon jungle, they're unable to return any car parts. This is a sign that's up there, is we're unable to return any car parts that our cheeky baboons may take.
Okay, well, at what point in time is it a good idea to not have your windows down? They are little thieves. They will snatch anything loose. They will snag it.
Oh, yeah.
It is not a good idea to have your windows down at any point in time.
So I'm curious if this is
They're only in it for themselves.
Oh, definitely. Well, especially they're in captivity. They're given everything that is necessary to them by humans regardless. And so then a human goes up and gives them a screwdriver and says... And they grab it. They think it's for them.
Maybe they'll start doing work and, like, providing a service.
They're going to build, like, an amusement park inside of this safari jungle.
Like, what would be the first kind of ride monkeys would come up with, do you think?
The Banana Bonanza.
That's so... Boo. Boo on you. That
was a quality joke.
No, it wasn't.
The Banana Bonanza. In the Banana Bonanza in the baboon bungalow.
Is it true that the baboons like the bananas as much as they do?
I don't know if that's a baboon thing. I think that might be like just an overgeneralized monkey thing.
Are baboons monkeys?
I'm assuming so. I
think
there's some.
How we go to Google to type in what we're looking for.
Monkey.
Baboons, monkeys. Yes, no. That's all I
They're
want.
primates.
Sometimes. They're primates. Is that okay? Are primates monkeys? I don't think so.
I think monkeys are primates, but it's like a circle is a square, but a square is not a rectangle.
Are you sure?
Baboons are primates comprising of the genus Papio, one of the 23 genre of Old World monkeys.
Old World monkeys. Okay, so do they like bananas?
Baboons.
Bananas. Bananas.
Baboon banana. Yes, baboons will eat bananas, but the fruit does not make up of a large portion of the baboon's diet.
Okay. So it's standard that they will eat a banana.
They'll eat a banana if you give one to them.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's something that's going on this week is the UK is dealing with armed baboons.
There you go.
Which that's neat.
Yeah. There was that one video on the internet of I think a monkey has a gun. Like it actually has a gun.
Dude,
it might
monkeys...
be fake, but like it's sketchy. And yeah, this fucking monkey. Nah, don't fuck with monkeys and guns.
Dude, don't fuck with monkeys in general. There was that one woman who had her face torn off.
Yeah, that one old with the one phone call-y dealy-do, right?
Yeah, Suicide Silence did a song where they used like the 911 recording from that.
Oh, Jesus, why? Like the hardcore brutal screaming part?
Yeah,
of course they would. Why?
Oh no, the entire song is like the duration of the 911 call, and they just did like brutal metal breakdowns behind the 911 call.
That sounds disgusting.
It's a terrible thing for anybody to do. Like that.
Well, not even anything to do, but like just to.
That woman got fucked up.
Yeah, that poor lady, but just like I don't know, like.
Did she die?
No. But her face, it's destroyed.
Oh, she went on like Oprah or something afterwards.
And her face is totally mauled.
Yeah, that's a thing. In other news this week, the Maxwell documents from 2015 are going to be coming out in National Archive. It hits 5 years on the 30th, so in 2 days.
Okay.
So that should be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see if that comes into anything.
Yeah, and we'll see how much of those documents are actually blacked out, too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff comes out of the National Archive and doesn't actually, like...
Yeah. If somebody wants to give me, like, a good dump on, like, conspiracy theories that have been, like, proven, like if there's like a good list that would just
Like,
kind of like,
stuff like Project Monarch or like
or not even stuff that like we found out about, but stuff that was just like that's been proven, like stuff that like let's say that's been talked about in the last like I don't know last couple decades, and then has come to fruition, and like we can prove that. If anybody can send me something that would like be like that, I really want to take a look at stuff like that.
a nice compiled list of.
Yeah, if there's something like that exists, can somebody point me in the right direction? That's all I'm asking. That'd be cool.
I'd be interested in seeing that too.
But yeah, yeah.
So
I'm
that's
curious.
I guess that's another thing this week that's something to look forward to. On top of that, earlier today, there was a Connecticut state lab that released that 90 out of 144 coronavirus tests that they administered in mid-June came back with false positives.
Ouch. That's more than half.
That's a strikingly high number.
That's more than half. Man.
Yeah, so between June, the tests were given between June 15 and June 17th, where 90 out of 144 came back with false positives. And then out of another batch that they examined, out of 161 specimens, 91 of those showed false positives.
Ouch. Still more than half.
Yeah. Also, a good majority of the people that received those false positives, those tests were administered in a nursing home.
Huh.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, like, I don't know, the COVID stuff's like, personally, I don't believe it's just a flu that's going around. I believe there's more stuff going around, but I'm not going to get into it right now.
No, I completely
like,
agree.
It's not just this flu, like, something else is going down.
No, it's just funny to see, like,
like, all this
the test results.
So whack.
Yeah.
Now, was that done intentionally, or was that unintentional?
They could have been using old tests. They could have been, because they say now that that they're shying away from the nasal cavity test, because opposed to them being like 63% accurate or something, the mouth swab ones are supposed to be like 89% accurate.
Okay.
So that's why they're starting to shy away from the nasal cavity test. But tests are still highly unavailable for a lot of healthcare officials, which means using tests that are available, which might not be the tests that are being released, saying,
like expired tests, just bad.
That the CDC or the FDA is saying, hey, these are the ones that you want to be using. Since there is a shortage in tests, we might be using old tests, or we might be using, tests from, say, 2 studies ago that are now showing. Why was it
in the stats when they gathered it?
It's a great question. But, yeah, so the FDA released a statement saying that one of the U.S.'s max security prisons was only showing a 3% return in false positives.
Well, didn't...
So I have a feeling the stuff that's being reported between the 15th and the 17th of June in Connecticut, I have a feeling that's just a batch of, like, bad tests.
Maybe. It sounds plausible.
Because if we're only seeing a 3% return in a federal prison where we know that we're not getting accurate, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, I don't know. The source.
If it's like 60% return of false positives in a nursing home, that's got to be freaking some grandkids out.
I was going to say, the FDA dropped their numbers that one night. Remember when
in Florida, the FDA dropped
they cut it by
them.
like 40% or whatever?
Yeah, it was like 43% in the state of Florida that they were cut.
And it was all just because of how they decided to consider what was a corona case and what wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's people that had been tested false positive that turns out they just have the flu or the common cold or um, something of the likes. Another thing that I was reading about earlier that might be of interest is the Ukraine is now reporting higher levels of radioactive content in their wolf population. Speculated that these wolves are coming down from Chernobyl.
Yeah, no. I think I remember hearing something about this, and they were actually larger.
They're larger in size.
Yeah.
I was listening to a little snippet of it earlier that I thought was hilarious. One of the guys that was talking about it was like, what are we going to see next? First, we're seeing bigger wolves, and now we're going to see bears with 2 buttholes. Which I think that would be kind of cool. That would be a nice, interesting reaction to nuclear waste. I mean, I wouldn't take 2 buttholes.
Does that mean they'd have to eat twice as much? Or would they just poop twice as fast?
I'm curious if it's like when you wake up in the morning and like stream split in 2. Like if the bear's buttholes would.
Are they right next to each other, or like do they have like 3 butt cheeks?
With 3 butt
3
cheeks.
bare butt cheeks?
So just 1 butt cheek in between the 2 buttholes.
Or I don't know, or the buttholes right next to each other, like a little figure 8 kind of dealio.
I was thinking, yeah, they'd be stacked.
They'd be stacked, or like a over/under shotgun.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But yeah, so the Ukraine's seeing bigger wolves now because of radioactive content, which is interesting. Did you see that there's people offering tours of Chernobyl now?
Doesn't surprise me. People are definitely trying to get money, especially but
it's still like unsanctioned to go there for like 20,000 years.
Well, some areas of it.
I think you can go to the actual town of Chernobyl.
There's just some areas that are fucked, and not some areas that are not so fucked. But you still have to be careful of every area being maybe fucked.
Well, I would go out there with a Geiger counter.
Well, I think that's the only way. No.
Yeah. What's a safe level of
radiation?
It's like what, like on a Geiger counter it's like what, 21?
Honestly, I do not remember the measurements of it.
Because I feel like I think I remember watching something where it's like 21 is like where you start to be seeing like actual health complications. Like,
any exposure to it is a no-go because it kind of compounds on itself on exposure to a human body. So an individual that is exposed to X-rays, the more X-rays or radiation they're exposed to, like, kind of compounds on it, and because it's unzipping your DNA.
Well, it's
taking your DNA strands and it's just literally zipping it apart. So like over long term, if you're exposed to even like quote unquote a safe amount or any at all, like it just gonna give you a higher possibility of drawing that fucking.
Imagine working in like a radiology lab. I feel like they do pretty good jobs in the lab though to make sure that you're not really exposed.
Yeah, and it's minimizing risk and we're able to do that because we understand it better, which is why we need to use nuclear plants, like especially as a quick way to transfer off of these fossil fuels.
Did you see that show on the Animal Planet that was like I forget what it was called, but it was like guys that were like going out and like fishing in the ponds behind nuclear power plants?
No, I have not.
And they're like hyping it all up. They're like, "Oh, I caught a big one," and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a nuclear monster, dude!" And they pull it out, and it's like an 8-pound catfish, and you're like,
"Ooh, boy, catfish."
You're like, well, you got to keep in mind that they're not just dumping their nuclear waste right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, oh, this show's gonna be sick. They're gonna be pulling out fish with 18 eyes and 2 buttholes.
What's up with you and two buttholes?
I don't know. I was listening to that guy earlier talk about the bear with two buttholes, and now I'm just kind of interested in animals with two buttholes. I don't know. It was like a slippery slope.
It would appear so, my friend. I much so don't care for the two buttholes.
I mean, I've never experienced it.
I don't think you will.
Unless I move to Russia. Or the Ukraine.
Why'd you move out here? I want to experience an animal with two buttholes.
What kind of stupid question is that, dude? I wanted to move out here to see the animals with the two buttholes.
Make a fucking book on it. Then a documentary. Then a Netflix series.
It's like a Dr. Seuss book. One butthole, two butthole. That's what I want. But because I don't want any more than two. I mean, okay, let me clarify here. I don't really want any animals with two buttholes, but I want to see it if it exists.
Can you imagine seeing an animal and you're like, oh, three buttholes.
I'd be like,
damn.
You fucking debated me, God. You straight debated me. You went from 1 to 3. Where's the middle ground?
All right, next topic.
What else did I see going on in the world this past week? I saw a video of a college student, I'm assuming located somewhere here in Arizona, because Arizona is filled with these types of college students, jumping off of the second-story roof onto a ping pong table.
And going right through it. Did they go right through it?
Went right through it,
Yeah,
but
stupid fuck.
the clamps were up on the ping pong table to have the net up.
Ooh, ow. Yeah.
And he
Did they
landed
get
on the
impaled?
side. It might have impaled him a little bit. I didn't see like a close-up video. I know that he's fine. He like got up and was screaming and like running around.
Ow.
I don't know if it straight impaled him, but I can't imagine that one of those clamps feels good in your back falling from a second story.
No.
I can't imagine hitting the ground from the second story feels good.
No. What'd you expect? What'd you fucking want out of that?
Kid went to his first college party, had one too many wine coolers.
Yeah, it's probably the wine coolers.
He had one too many sea breezes.
Sea breezes.
And he decided he wanted to impress his friends by
Like fucking wrecking himself.
by out-fratting
Oh.
his other Delta Chi pledges.
Is that a term? Fratting?
Out-fratting. I'm terming it.
You're terming it. Okay.
I'm coining that term.
Jeeves.
In my books, that's the ultimate out-frat.
Breaking your fucking back on a fucking ping pong table.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, you could have it. Whatever it is you're after that point, like, go ahead, it's yours. Take it. Walk away with it, dude. Like, all you.
I don't really
I'm not
want
about
it.
to jump off 3 stories.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna take
You
a
fell
hard
3
pass on
feet, and you're just still like, oh, my back. I need to see a chiropractor.
It hurts so bad. I don't know, dude. You get enough wine coolers in you, and you can take over the world. Sea breezes are that man's anti-kryptonite?
Pixar didn't happen.
I gotta find the video again.
No, the sea breezes.
Oh, the sea breeze is at the frat house. You want to see like the before?
I want to see the fact that like sea breezes make you take over the world.
Pics of Donald Trump in
Sea breezes.
in the White House in the Oval Office.
Pounding, throwing back sea breezes.
He's just 4 Big Macs deep and
Oh,
18 sea breezes down.
Oh Jesus.
He's He's telling Mike Pence to go out and get him more sea breezes. Mike's like, you make your own money. Why can't you go get your own sea breezes? He's like, I've had 18. I can't drive. Mike's like, you're the president.
Yeah, I still don't think they'd let him drive.
I don't think they'd let him.
Zero tolerance in Washington, D.C.
Probably. I don't think.
Have 18 sea breezes.
It's zero tolerance on 18 sea breezes and driving.
No, it's fine. They're sea breezes. They're just wine coolers.
They're 4.1%. You can drive.
They'll punch you in the dick. You get 18. Oh.
Imagine Donald Trump walking in, just tie messed up. He just has drool all over his button down.
Big Mac secret sauce all over his fucking shirt.
Oh, God. He's just looking gross. He walks into a 7-Eleven, asks where the sea breezes are.
Grabs a dollar.
Aren't you Donald Trump? And where are your fucking sea breezes? You only sell the 6-packs here? They're gonna be delicious. They're gonna fill my tummy. They're gonna be the best sea breezes I ever had.
Gross.
So yeah, that's something that happened this week. On another note, I was talking with a buddy the other day about artificial intelligence. He just got a job working for a fairly big software company.
Okay.
Writing artificial intelligence scripts to basically act as quality control for some of their development quality checks that they do. Got into a conversation though after he was telling me about his new role, and I was asking him if he is afraid of the future of artificial intelligence. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on that.
A bunch of...
You are filled with bodily functions today.
Wow. That was the good old Coors burp. What was I saying? Oh, a bunch of if statements does not make artificial intelligence, you're saying.
No, it doesn't.
No, so I don't know. Well, okay, so artificial...
I mean...
I don't know if you, like, program morality or something into, like, computers, or what is it, like there's something special about being raised, so those creators, like, it's in their hands of, like, AI, but I hope that when it is done, like, it's done well, and it's to benefit us, but, like, I can definitely see how, like, those worries and stuff of, like, it'd flip on us. Like, I see how those could be true, but, like...
We see most industries using AI already in, like, everyday tasks. But
I don't... True AI?
Yeah, it's true AI. It's learned machining.
Is that what true AI is?
That's what true AI is being able... Basically writing a set of parameters for a script to figure out a more efficient way of doing something and to do it automatically. And to learn when something doesn't work and for it to fix itself to work the next time. The only thing that scares me about it is there's already been 2 instances of machine learning going outside of the parameters of what's specified for it. Mm-hmm. Google Translate being one of those. There's not a single person at Google that now knows the language that Google Translate's written in. Because basically the parameters that it was given was find the most efficient way to do this task, most efficient way to communicate. You go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All of a sudden it realizes, hey, we don't need these words in essence in the program to finish this task. Let's just take them out. Oh, it'd be a lot easier if it was spelled this way instead of this way. And then it just evolved and evolved and evolved from there. Mm-hmm. There's not a single developer at Google that understands the language now.
Yeah.
And there's literally task force at Google that work 24/7, 365 trying to figure out this language, but it keeps evolving.
Well, yeah, they're never going to be able to figure it out because it's going to evolve right faster than they can
Exactly.
break it down.
Because once they find something once that program finds something more efficient, it's just going to evolve right away because it's, okay, we improved efficiency by 25% here, but we can keep going. Until
it's futile. But I mean, as long as it stays in the parameters of only working on words.
It was, to my understanding, one of the parameters that was, and I'll have to ask somebody that knows a bit more about it too, but to my understanding, one of the parameters was that everything has to be written in a certain language. So that we wouldn't run into the issue that we're in now of like, okay, holy shit, none of these fucking developers understand what the fuck this machine's talking about. Which is scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if it's already gone outside of one parameter, who knows what other parameters it's going to go outside of.
We shall wait and see.
I don't think Google Translate's going to be the downfall of humanity. I don't think that's going to be a malicious AI machine that's like, haha, we're going to change the way humans speak now.
No. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that Google may not necessarily have 100% control of it, just because I don't trust they'd use it for the benefit of humanity. I don't trust them wholly.
I don't trust Google entirely.
Yeah.
There are a lot of parts.
And here we are on their fucking platform, and we're gonna get demonetized. Without even being monetized, we'll never get it now.
We're being monetized through Google AdSense now.
Oh, hey, cool.
Yeah,
well, not for this video now.
Not for this video, no.
Sorry, not sorry. Suck me, Google.
We didn't talk about it in the first 40 seconds. We should be good.
We'll see.
That's one of the weird things about monetization. Monetization.
All right.
Monetization.
Oh, yeah.
Google monetization.
Uh-huh.
Is they like only really monitor like the first 40 seconds of videos. I mean, obviously if something gets flagged, they're going to go back and like look at it.
You guys better not flag us. Boo on you.
So yeah, no, we're doing Google AdSense now. Probably set up a Patreon here soon too.
Yeah.
Now that I got the Facebook page up. Oh yeah, go like us on Facebook, by the way. Roommate Casting Couch. Some exciting announcements for the podcast coming up this week. We should have new logos tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, from when this is uploaded?
No. Episode 4 is when you guys will see them for the first time.
Okay.
Tomorrow in our time.
Okay.
So by the time episode 4 is uploaded, you guys should be seeing the new logos, which is going to be neat.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about them.
Me too. Actually, I saw some sketches and they looked really good. They're actually a lot better than like I could even ask for. So I'm super stoked about them and super thankful that our friend is hooking us up doing that.
Yeah, shout out Guillermo. And if you guys need any graphic design needs as well, you'll see episode 4 and on our Facebook page probably tomorrow or Thursday the new logo's coming out. But if you guys need any graphic design work done, feel free to either message us through YouTube or Facebook and we can get you in contact with him. He does great work. So I know he's looking at building out his portfolio, and yeah, this episode of Roommate Casting Couch is brought to you by Guillermo.
Yeah, shout out. You're welcome.
Shout out Guillermo.
Yeah, no, seriously though, he does do good work. Like, hit us up. We'll get you in contact. And
I'm excited for you guys to see the new logos.
Yeah, me too.
We got a glimpse of them last week. We had a meeting with him, and just kind of went over like not ideas. He came up with like a whole like sheet of different sketches, and we just kind of talked with him with what our ideas were, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'll totally get this set up for you guys." So, very excited about those coming. I'm in the talks with a couple of people for guest appearances in the next couple of weeks, so we should have some exciting stuff coming up with that. I'm not going to release any of the guests that I have in the talks right now, but
No.
you guys will
We'll
find
never
them.
talk about upcoming, maybe.
You guys will find them pretty interesting, but that's something to look forward to here in
Yeah.
the next couple of episodes.
Yeah, we're stoked about that.
It's going to be really neat. On top of that, I'm kind of out of my weekly news. Do you have anything this week that came up?
No, not really. Nothing this week to talk about, really.
Okay.
All good in the hood, you know?
Awesome.
Another week, yeah.
Well, you guys keep surviving out there.
Yeah, be safe, stay well, wash your hands and shit.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask if you're going out in public, even though you might not think it's
Just do it to
gonna help you.
satisfy the Karens and Kyles of the world.
Karens and Kyles.
Yeah.
Is Kyle the guy version of Karen? I thought Kyle.
No, Kyle's like a douchey bag kind of like.
Kyle's like the dude that
rock stars, right?
punches drywall.
Yeah, it's always pissed off his girlfriend.
Yeah, because his girlfriend's his cousin.
No.
It doesn't go that far.
I don't think it's that far, no.
But he is a trashy dude, right?
Yeah, his girlfriend's always got a chihuahua. Or some shit.
Oh, and where's Ed Hardy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big oof from me, Chief. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 3 of Roommate Casting Couch.
Yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in and listening.
All right, goodbye.
Bye-bye.